Hi, Gerhard Bloom, once again looking at the tyranny and the delusions of the social justice movement. So this has to do with delusions, but more so on the side of tyranny. In this case, fascism for environmental justice. I don't know if you know of the person that is Sadiq Khan. Sadiq Khan is the mayor of London, England. He also happens to be the chair of C40. C40, if you weren't aware, is a global collective of city mayors, and yes, chaired by Sadiq Khan. These are unelected representatives to this C4 body, and they are planning and strategizing as to how to drastically cut global emissions. In London, this mayor has instituted this ultra-low emissions zone, the ULEZ, I'm undoubtedly sure it's pronounced, but ultra-low emission zone. So you pay a steep price if you go into the heart of London. If you drive an older car that doesn't meet current exacting emission standards, I'm not talking about a rusted old car with no muffler on it, just an older car, you are paying now almost $16 a day. That's a tax on top of the astronomical fuel prices you are paying. So yeah, Mayor of New York, and if I'm a rich guy, I'm likely to have a very new, expensive luxury vehicle. People who are driving these older vehicles undoubtedly are, the working class, right? These people cannot suffer to pay these additional costs. And he's expanded this ultra clean and environmental zone and cutting miles and miles of London speed limits to 20 miles an hour. This slows absolutely everybody down. This means if you're trying to get to work in the morning, you leave much earlier. And getting home at night, takes you much longer. But Sadiq Khan, he's fighting for environmental justice. And this is the concerning part. C40, this global collective of city mayors, 96 cities are participating in this across 6 continents. And amongst the proposals, ban dairy products. Ban dairy products, ban meat. One short haul flight for you every 3 years. You go on a vacation, in my case, here to Cuba, okay. Visit Cuba again or somewhere that isn't too far away 3 years from now. Now, if you have relatives in another continent, how are you ever going to visit them? Oh, I guess you'll have to go by ship now, won't you? And 3 new items of clothing a year and no private cars. That's right. Except that Zuckerberg and Bill Gates, they're going to have their private jets and they're going to have their private cars because they're important people. They've got things to do and a world and planet to save. But you, eating bugs, right? No car for you. Absolutely awful. We have to act because, there's no time to hesitate. Global environmental collapse. They've been predicting this since the 1960s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000. We're now 2023, and we're still waiting for this climate crisis. Check on my previous video. I think it was called Climate Cult. These people could easily cause the death of millions of people, disrupting food supplies and crashing economies, and it will not save the planet. Do you think China, which is a huge global emission in carbon, you think they're going to play this stupid game? No, they will not. They will refuse. And I'm on the side of China on this. This is disastrous. So hopefully people are waking up to this nonsense. This is fascism. In a recent visit to New York City, climate conference, right? Who was in attendance? Meetings with Google, Microsoft, Pepsi, right? The collusion of government with corporations to further an ideological interest. This is fascism. So yes, this is fascism for climate justice. and it's dangerous. And I've said this previously. This ideology is coming for you, whether it's queer theory for your kids, whether it's trans rights for women's sports and women's locker rooms, and this environmental cult. It is coming for you. And unless you push back, it's done. You want to vote for Biden? Stop it. Stop the nonsense. This guy, trillions of dollars in green energy nonsense. It's not helping the economy, and shutting down American energy production as he's drained the strategic oil reserves, right? Because he needed to bump in it for the midterm elections. Did nothing to increase oil production, right? So the reserves are dangerously low, going around hat in hand. I think bringing some knee pads along, if you get my drift, for Venezuela, Saudi Arabia, begging for oil, just to get him through the elections. Stop it. This ideology is poisonous, and it is coming for you. You don't like Donald Trump's mean tweets? Get over it. Pick Ron DeSantis, he'd be outstanding too. Ramaswamy, I don't care. Whoever that Republican nominee is, you got to vote for him. If you're in Canada, dump that loser Trudeau. He is the parade clown for this social justice ideology. Pierre Poilievre. Anyways, thank you so much for your time and attention. I do hope you'll check out my book, Deconstructing Social Justice. It's available on Amazon. Not important because I wrote it. I wrote it because the issues could not be more important. And please do drop a thumbs up on the video. I see same people watching the videos all the time. I see them, and they're not dropping the thumbs up. I don't know if they want to see how disastrous the next video will be, or they're appreciating the video and can't be bothered to drop the thumbs up, but it would be appreciated. Thanks so much for time and attention. Bye-bye now.